In 1995, Michael Jackson released or published, if you want to actually use one of the two terms, jargons, concepts, variables, a song entitled They Don't Care About Us. And for a while I pondered, what was he talking about? To whom he was referring? And why those words were the title of his song? I was just confused, and I'm wondering, who is it they? Who is it they? The older I become, is more I recognize exactly who the they really is, or who the they really are. No, the system is so structured that those who own, manage, manipulate, or use it don't care about the average person. You may ask me, how do I know that? I'm going to actually use some scenarios to establish my point, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Work a total of 11 months and you're given a month for leave. And during that 11-month period, it might be 2 weeks. During that 11-month, 2 weeks, or 11-month period, you're only given Saturday and Sunday. Now, at the end of that 2 week, you could be ill, right? Because you'd have actually worked your butt off the 11 months or the 11 months, 2 weeks, just for those 2 weeks. What happens if you're sick? You need to go to work or ask for take sick leave, right? But did they build inside that 2 week period a time for relaxation, real relaxation, knowing fully well that you have been laboring at this institution for 11 months or 11 months and 2 weeks? Do they? I'm allowing you a second to think about it. Now that you have thought about it, I'm going to take you even further. Those persons who work on a weekly basis and are paid weekly or they are paid fortnightly, the only time they are given is a Friday and a Saturday. Sorry, a Saturday and a Sunday. On the Saturday, they need to wash, cook, clean, go to supermarket, take care of their children, take care of themselves. That is again work. Am I correct? So during the time that they are given to work, they are bombarded with so many activities that at the end of the Sunday, they are getting tired. And yes, they are expected to go to work on the Monday, bright and early, chirpy, ready to do business for the system. I'm asking the question, do they care about us? Or do they really care about you? No, all the things inside the system is just to ensure that it's fluid, remain working, remain functional. Durkheim would actually look at it and call it functional society. Whether that is mechanical solidarity or whether it is actually organic solidarity is another matter. But that could actually be for a intellectual discussion in some sociology class. But we're not going to get into that. But what we do know, our role is simply one, to maintain the system. Ensure that those persons who should benefit really benefit. And at the end of the day, they call particular individuals the entrepreneurs that are to get the benefits. But who are the persons who are really working for that entrepreneur? The average person give little or nothing when the entrepreneur is where? On a yacht that you can buy, and you would have actually worked for the person to buy that yacht. In a luxurious apartment, not coming to work the number of days that you do and not having the same level of responsibility. But they say they take risk of putting their money for you to work that risk. Do they really care about you? Let's go further. When you are at actually school and you have actually spent years working, years accomplishing things, they determine your pay. You don't determine your pay, no. They determine your pay. After you have actually accomplished, accumulated so much. Do they really care about it? And if they decide that they're not going to pay you that, they don't give it to you. I remember when I was completing a first degree in economics and statistics at the University of the West Indies, a friend of mine said that he was going to be going to a particular institution, a well-known bank in Jamaica. and that they had offered him a certain amount of money, and they said to him, he either take it or leave it. And I said to him, but that is not sufficient. Why do you want to go there to work for that? And he said, boy, they say I must either take it or leave it. So I said, they have no respect for you. And he said, yes, but he's going. I said, listen, I'd rather teach for half the time and get the same pay. But he said, boy, for status. Whose status? Who do they care about? And to show the level of respect that they have for him, you either take it or leave it. That says to me that the system is structured against you, and it does not care one hoots about who you are and whether you have actually attained X numbers of degrees, etc. Do they really care about you? Just look for a moment at all the things that you have done, and you are given little or nothing out of it. You go to work, and if you work a 40-hour week or even more, the little that you work for does little or no good for you. And then at the end of the day, the government takes its trunk without you having a what I say. And you can't say no. They tell you what they're gonna pay you. They tell you how much is the taxes, and you take the rest. And then after they have taken the rest, they tax it again in terms of GCT and other taxes. Do they really care about you? And if you are sick and go to hospital after you have paid your taxes to ensure that doctors are there, the doctors and nurses treat you with little or no respect. Do they care about you? They don't care about us. And I'm going to actually say to Michael Jackson, wherever he is, Michael, you made an error in terms of what you say. It's not do they care about us. The question is they don't care about us, Michael. And I hope you recognize that the system does not care about you. And you need to take into consideration who you are, what you're willing to put up to, and what you're not willing to put up to. But let me ask you a question. If we were not to work, how would the entrepreneur benefit? What would the entrepreneur get from his hard-earned resources? So they speak. If you don't work, the entrepreneur gets nothing. You'd have to do it himself. And he and his family do not have all the skills required to do it for themselves. So again, you're trapped. They don't care about you. But they try to sell you the notion that they are the boss, when you really are the boss. Care about us. But have not spent a second to stop and to think that you are the driver. You are the person that makes money for the organization. You have not thought about it, not even for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, those are my views. Let's have a discussion on the matter. Have an awesome day.